Measuring quality in online education, a metasynthesis. This journal article looks at how quality of online education has been measured in education literature. Metasynthesis reviews evaluate quality studies and combine them in new ways to generate new interpretations. This article, this publication, this metasynthesis looked at 112 publications between 2000 and 2017. 65 were journal articles, 20 were conference papers, 12 were book chapters, 8 were instructional reports, and 7 were theses. The factors that they looked at were student accessibility, administrative cost and effectiveness, and faculty quality. Online education, quality of online education. Key research questions: what quality measures are being used to evaluate the quality of online education? Different ways of measuring quality, multiple dimensions of quality of online education. Students, parents, instructors, administrators, employees. Different perspectives represent different perspectives. Also look at different meaning of quality and different levels of quality, which is resources, inputs, activities, outputs, outcomes, impacts. Research methods. Qualitative metasynthesis approach based on quantitative research synthesis approach. Review methods that is more narrative based than argumentative interpretations. Here's the approach here that they took. Document criteria. It provides practical evaluations of material measures or identifies the quality of online education measurement model at least the patient of. It focuses on the quality of education, online education in online higher educational contexts. Theories used theoretical framework, metasynthesis review. Key findings. Key findings. Data that focus on the quality dimensions, quality standards, quality benchmarks, and quality forecasts. Broad categories in 3 groups. So this is the table, different collaborations for online quality of online education, dimensions, standard, benchmarks, and guidelines. Contributors that represent quality online education indicators. Quality online education criteria, as well as examples of quality indicators for each aspect based on the literature. Single perspectives on and multiple perspective measurements. Strength. This study indicates a great common ground. This study indicates a great common ground among quality criteria and standards that have been developed. The standards are mostly related to different aspects of an education system, such as course content, design structure, different types of support, teaching. Strengths. This study indicates a great common ground among quality criteria and standards that have been developed. The accommodations are mostly related to different aspects of an education system, such as course content, course design and structure, different types of support, teaching and learning processes, and the evaluation of assessment. The differences are mostly in the grouping of the criteria aspects with these criteria association with these aspects. Quality has been seen mostly at the micro level. At least 2 groups of online education stakeholders strive the quality of the online education macro level. Limitations. There is a lack of evidence for output and outcome oriented approaches for quality factors identified in measurements. Most approaches focus on students' views, with faculty and administrators' views having less attentive and very little focus on design, employers, and clients. The lack of integrity view of QoE, not only in the definition but also in its measurement approach, is a key issue. And here is the citation. The next article is Measuring Impacts of Online Education Resource, Library e-resources, Adapted Programs Using the COO Framework. key research questions. To this end, the main objection of the study is to examine in the content of the institution for distance higher education, the internet self-advocacy of students and learners and learner-tutor interactions, and the students' self-regulated learning skills, as well as the relation of these parameters with the satisfaction that students receive from participating in their distance learning courses, to develop purpose and regression models that can be used as a predictor of student success. The main purpose of this study is to The main purpose of this study is to examine the relationship between student self-efficacy, student-student, and student-tutor interaction, self-regulation learning skills of students, and their satisfaction that students receive from participating in distance learning courses. Questions: what is the intent? Okay, that's fine. Theoretical uses. Student satisfaction refers to the student's perception about their learning experience and participating values of their distance education courses. According to the theory of self-efficacy, individuals undertake activities they believe they can accomplish, and they avoid situations that they believe they will fail. Self-regulated learning as a learning process where a student determines and has the ultimate responsibility for the purpose, content, method, and evaluation of this process. The present study examines two of the three types of interaction that Moore suggests: learner-learner and learner-tutor interaction. Research method. 122 postgraduate students who attended 3 different distance learning postgraduate programs at HOU. Students had assignments and tutors. Data collection on assignments and interactions use questionnaires. Key finding. The results indicated that the degree of satisfaction, self-regulated learning, learning tutors, interactions, and internet self-evidency were greater than 3, corresponding to the only learner-learner interaction had a value of less than 3, which is less than average. The results are in assessments which previous studies on self-regulated learning. Learner-tutor interactions were important in predicting the learner satisfaction with the course. Strengths. They have a lot of data points and have done a lot of statistical tests. It appears It appears that they were very thorough in their data collection and statistical analysis. Data analysis. The data was processed and analyzed using IBM's SPSS 21 software package. They used these tests. Key finding. Results indicate that the degree of satisfaction, self-regulated learning, learning tutor interaction, and internet self-affected were greater than 3, responding to the model levels. Only learner interaction had a value less than 3, which was average. Didn't I already read this? Yes. Which was less than average. Results are in aggregate with previous studies. Self-regulation. Forward likelihood ratio and the variables were indicated in the model according to their usefulness. In the first model, block 0, only the interrupted is included. Thus, if it's associated that someone is satisfied with the district education without having any other information, then our association is correct by 77%. World test equals this beyond .01, which means that the model is significantly significant. The conclusion is that the model is better than random guessing for student satisfaction. Adding additional independent variables, self-regulation in Model 2 led to improvements. Model 1 classified correctly 79.5% of the data. 4 out of 95 students felt satisfied was incorrectly classified. Model 2 incorrectly rated following satisfaction. 19 out of 28 students who felt no satisfaction were incorrectly classified as satisfied. Percent of correct classification of satisfactory was remaining. In Model 2, the odds ratio self-regulation learning is greater than that of the interaction with the tutors. This means that the self-regulated learning is a better predictor of the satisfaction of learning tutorials. Limitations. What happened to limitations?